What is up, people? Showing up the King here, and I'm here to bring you a review for Young Justice Invasion Episode 19, titled The Summit. Wow. This episode, by far, has been the best of the season. This episode was so good, it almost made me cry because it just goes to show that the show is actually over, and all this great stuff that we're seeing will be being watched for the last time. It's bittersweet, but I'm through, feeling sorry and complaining about it. What's done is done. Let's just talk about it, enjoy the show for the last couple of the weeks, and let's jump into this review. All right, so there's so much to talk about, guys. Like, seriously, I didn't think they could compile so much good shit in one episode, but they did it. They did it, and they did it with style. So, Summit takes place in a cave, and apparently it's the Light and the Reach meeting up to talk about what's been going on. And we know from past episodes that the Light and the Reach have not been 100% honest with each other, and it's pretty evident that all this is coming to a head. So Calder, Black Manta, Randall, Vandal Savage, Deathstroke, Ra's al Ghul, Mala, and the Brain. They're all there to represent the Light. And then we have Black Beetle, and then we have the Reach representative, the scientist, and the other guy, the main guy that's in charge, supposedly. And there's a lot of bickering going back and forth because, the Light is pointing out all the obvious failures of the Reach, and the Reach is talking about how they have everything under control. And there's infighting. We even get a quick matchup between Black Beetle and Manta, and it was just so much going on. So Calderon is actually stepping up and is taking his place. And again, like I said, there was a huge skirmish, and Black Beetle was fighting with the Light, and in the process, Ra's al Ghul notices Tigress's necklace, and he immediately knows what it is. So at this very moment, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, holy shit, he's gonna say something. Like, as soon as I saw him give her that look, I was like, oh fuck. Oh, excuse my language, people, but that's exactly. I'm just speaking from. This is how I felt when I was watching this. So he walks up to her and immediately snatches it off her neck, and of course reveals that she is really Artemis. Everyone is shocked, and of course that's when they decide to go to commercial. And then I'm just like, fuck, like 1,001 things are running through my head. I'm like, she gonna have to run. I'm thinking Calderon is gonna have to just like punch somebody in the face, throw a smoke bomb, and like cause a distraction and get the hell out of Dodge. Like, so many things are running through my head at this time. Then one of the representatives of the Reach just says, you know what, just kill him. Then Deathstroke shoots Artemis and Calderon and kills them, or so as we thought, killed them. Now again, at that point, I was thinking to myself, they're not dead. I know they're not dead. But see, this is the funny part. Like, I'm thinking, why the hell did Deathstroke shoot them? I'm like, he must be in on it, or somebody's wearing Deathstroke's mask. But then I was like, no, he can't be wearing a mask because he took off his mask. So I'm like, Deathstroke must have been, somehow infiltrated, or maybe someone paid him off. Like, I was thinking that was still the real Deathstroke. So as Aqualad is dying in his father's arm, he hits this little button that brings up this hologram of himself, where he basically outlines the Reaches and the Light's entire plan from start to finish, as how the Light basically betrayed the Reach and tried to sabotage them every step of the way. And again, I said this when Lex Luthor was a part of this whole Light situation. I knew there's no way that Lex Luthor would be a part of any kind of plan to let any sort of alien take over the Earth. It's not going to happen. As far as Lex Luthor is concerned, he is the ruler of the world. So I'm like, he's never going to let an alien species come in and take over the planet. I knew it. So, again, like I said, the light was basically playing the Reach for fools. Again, this huge fight breaks out, and it's just like action-packed. Calderon is, of course, Calderon wakes up and reveals that he actually wasn't shot and that Deathstroke was actually Miss Martian in disguise. So, of course, at that point, I'm like, holy shit. And then, of course, she was like, you always underestimated us. And then all of a sudden, Superboy and Maul and everyone starts just coming in, and this huge fight breaks out. It is fantastic. Like, I totally didn't see any of this coming. And then, of course, Vandal Savage, he's like, you know what, the light is never without a card. So he hits a button, and all of a sudden the walls start closing in, and then all of a sudden these like G.I. Joe Cobra ninjas start coming from the ceiling, and they're coming down with guns and ninja weapons. And they could have actually either been, I'm thinking they could have been the League of the Black Shadow, because they look like somebody that rolls deep with Ra's al Ghul. And it, again, shit hits the fan. Everyone's freaking out. Then, again, Calderon says, again, you still consider us kids. And then come to find out those ninjas, or these people with martial arts abilities, come to find out majority of them have already been taken out by the Young Justice team. So the rest of the team is showing up. And then we have a huge battle, and we get to see everybody fighting. We get to see Beast Boy in action against Mala. And then for those who don't know who Mala is, he's a giant talking monkey. So Beast Boy is fighting him. We got Nightwing kicking ass. We haven't seen Nightwing really do anything combat-wise this entire season. So getting to see him with his double bow stats was fantastic. We had Calderon versus his dad, Black Manta. We had Black Beetle versus everybody, because again, he just started walking out like a boss and started fucking people's shit up. So I can't say enough about this episode. I'm happy. I'm happy. Like, if the season ended on that note, I would have been satisfied with just another episode of just cleaning things up. But not only did we get this fantastic fight, but we get more development, because what happens is Black Beetle skewers Ra's al Ghul through the back, effectively killing him. But if anyone doesn't watch, I'm pretty sure you guys know by now, Ra's al Ghul is immortal. So even though Black Beetle killed him, that doesn't mean he's actually dead. All you have to do is take a nice little dip in the Lazarus pit, and he'll be back right as rain. So Ra's al Ghul is not dead. You know what? I almost forgot. We got some Kid Flash action. We actually got some Impulse action. It was fantastic. I'm sorry. I had to mention those two, because I missed Kid Flash. Wally hadn't been there for a while. And it was just really good to see them all working together. We haven't seen the entire team in battle and working together in a very long time. It was shades of season 1. God, I'm gonna miss you, Young Justice. But I said I'm not gonna go back to that. The episode ends. Looks like Vandal Savage realizes that the battle is lost, but not the war. So he teleports away. The Black Beetle decides that the Reach scientist is still worth time, but the leader has basically been failing this entire time, and leaves him to be captured. And then he flies off with the scientist, and basically everyone scatters. The team basically sits back, relishes in their victory, and we're discussing the terms, because now things are good. So next week when the episode comes on, the Justice League team should be able to come back, because we already have the proof now that the Justice League did not commit those crimes, so they should be able to come back. We also, the UN rescinded their offer to the Reach, so that means that the Green Lantern Squad can come in and get rid of them by force if necessary. But the last ominous thing that happens is Black Beetle says, we're going to get out of here, but we don't have to worry about anything, because no one's going to know what we did here, because we're going to destroy the Earth. And it looks like Vandal Savage took the War World and rolled out. He took the War World, didn't try to attack anybody. He just took the War World and rolled out. So I think this was just the precursor to the end. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably about 1 or 2 episodes left. It's really sad, but overall, I've really enjoyed this ride with Young Justice. But enough of sad things. Let's talk about the good stuff. It's time for us to discuss. I really want to know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know in the comments section below. Definitely thumbs up for this 5-star fantastic episode of Young Justice. And definitely sign up for my channel. I'm going to be doing another video shortly where I talk about the new shows premiering on the Disney Channel. The Avengers Assemble and Hulk Agents of Smash. So look out for that video. It'll give you a lot of details. I have the start date. I'll fill you guys in. This is Shown of the King, the one and only, and you guys have a fantastic day. Young Justice forever.